What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. I hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. So Curtis 50 Cent Jackson strikes again. And when I say he strikes again, I don't mean that in a good way. So as I reported yesterday, 50 Cent got upset that Big Meech took a picture or took some pictures with Rick Ross and did some videos on Instagram with Rick Ross promoting a Welcome Home Meech concert, right? And so after he got wind that Meech was in contact with Rick Ross, Big Meech was in contact with Rick Ross, 50 Cent threatened to end the BMF Stars TV show, the TV series. He threatened to end the show and said that this upcoming season gonna be the last season, so on and so forth and all of that, and basically was calling Big Meech a rat. All this stuff, right? But saying, hey, this show about to come off air. So Lil Meech, who stars in the BMF show, Lil Meech, Big Meech's son, he reached out to 50 Cent via text, right? He said, look, let me go to the source. Let me try to see if I can sort this stuff out. So he sends some texts to 50 Cent, and Curtis 50 Cent Jackson posts these texts on Instagram. And let me tell y'all what Lil Meech said to 50 Cent. He say, they just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram. And now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket. When I brought him around you first, when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through my own ish, but I never switched up on you. F Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet ish is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. Right? Lil Meech is genuinely hurt. His feelings are hurt because he feel like, yo, I thought me and 50 was better than this. I thought, what's going on? He's really confused. And 50 posts this text thread on Instagram and puts a caption, what next season? Lil N-word, Lil Ninja, right? 50 think this is funny and thinks this is a game. Lil Meech is really, really hurt. And I feel bad for Lil Meech because this reminds me of the Young Buck situation. What do I mean by that? 50 likes to humiliate people and then let the world watch them crawl back to him, right? So when he posts this text thread of Lil Meech talking to him, he's doing this to try to show oh, look at this dude. Look at, he begging for my attention. He begging to come back to me. And look at me not caring, not being empathetic. I don't give a damn. Aha. You feel me? And I'm looking at certain things that he said. He's so worried about making Ross look bad. He's so worried about clowning out Ross that look what he's revealing. And he's also revealing that, oh, look, Big Meech, he needs some money from Ross. Look at him. He broke. That's what 50 was doing by releasing these text messages. And it's lame as hell. It's corny. And here we go. Again, 50's a grown man. But look how he's acting. And I told y'all in that video that I dropped earlier today, 50 like to be in control. If he can't control you 100%, he has no use for you. He don't want you around him at all. The reason why Yayo stays right up under him is because he can control Yayo. That's why. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to make my son something to drink. But yeah, the reason why he keeps Yayo close is because he knows he can control Yayo. And that's what he's trying to do with Lil Meech right now. And it's embarrassing and it's clowned out. And I really feel bad for Lil Meech, man, because he don't know who 50 Cent really is and how he get down for real. If 50 will humiliate his own son, he will humiliate the mother of his child. He will humiliate Banks, who been with him since Banks was a young 19, 17-year-old boy, young man. He will do the same to me. She don't care. Everybody is disposable in 50's life. Even if I could never act foul with somebody because me and your father not seeing eye to eye. Me and your father may not get along. We might have our issues, but I could never do you bogus and treat you any type of way. But 50 don't care. And Lil Meech is really out here. He's confused and he's hurt. He like, yo, I can't believe this. You act as if I'm your enemy. And to Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, you are his enemy now because of your father. And that ain't even right. You know what I'm saying? And even him getting mad at Big Meech. Ross been showing love to Big Meech since before 50 even got in contact with him. Ross been showing love to him. Meech been in jail for over 20 years. He coming home just trying to enjoy life. People reaching out to him, giving him, offering him bags of money. He gonna take it, man. He's gonna receive the love. And you and Ross ain't got no bloodshed between y'all 50. You and Ross don't got no bloodshed between y'all. And the only time I remember anything getting physical, yo dudes put hands and feet on Gunplay, Ross's homie. You came out unscathed. So like, why are you like? It's weird behavior, man. And I really feel bad for Lil Meech. Like I remember when 50 had recorded Young Buck crying on the voicemail to 50. And 50 released it on thisis50.com to humiliate Young Buck and watch the world laugh at Buck. Watch the world see Buck trying to crawl back to 50. And it's really is messed up, man. He doing the same thing with Lil Meech and Big Meech. And it's, I feel for that young dude, man. He tried to come to 50 man to man and try to resolve the issue, and look how it's being handled. The way this whole situation is being handled is just really, it's corny, it's foul, it's lame. And yeah, man, you got Lil Meech pouring his heart out to 50. Like, yo, what's going on, man? You know me in real life. Why I gotta be like this? And here go 50. What next season? Lil N-word. 50 unfollowing him on social media, threatening to take him off taking the show off. And you know, the man like, yo, my dad need his bills paid until I can get till we can get paid for next season of the show. And Ross is offering to help him. You know what I mean? Like 50 using that as look at Ross. Look at Meech. Big Meech ain't got no money. He using that as a moment to clown Big Meech and to clown Ross out. Ross, Meech only coming to you because you helping him with finances. Meech, he tell 50 looking like, yo, look world, Big Meech ain't got no money. He need money from Ross. Like, that was his goal of posting this whole text thread, and to show the world that Lil Meech is crying or trying to, you know, crawl back to him. He's presenting that image like that. And at this point, like I said before, 50 need counseling. He needs therapy ASAP. Speaking of this, man, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti, I just got wind of the fact that Irv Gotti passed away. You know, 50 has spent his life clowning Irv. And I mean, it's been mutual, them going back and forth. But you know, at times 50 then got way out of hand. I remember Irv's father, I think, was sick, and 50 was clowning that. You know what I mean? 50 made a joke about Irv being like towards the end of his life yesterday. You know, it's been very distasteful. So I'm gonna make a separate video for Irv Gotti, but yeah, man, it's like, this is one of my favorite rappers from childhood. And you know, I was all into the music. I still really think the music is really dope. I really enjoy the show. I really enjoy the shows that he makes. And I'm not gonna stop watching these shows because I really like the shows and all of that. But as a person, 50 is a messed up individual. And as a grown man, I can see that a mile away. And I always knew something was off with when everybody around you just falls out with you all the time. Everybody. Only person that's around him from day one is Yayo. Uncle Murder went there from day one. And when that happens, I know something going on with you. Look at the Locks. Even if Styles and Sheik and Jadakiss have had any type of fallouts or disagreements, the world was never able to see that. We weren't privy to any fallouts or any behind the scenes disputes they were having ever. And they've always banded together as one. You know, shout out to Yonkers, man. Yonkers, New York, man. But Fifth is a different individual. And again, I think him losing his mom at such a young age, him, you know, experiencing his mom for like 8 years of his life and then having that being taken away from him, it made him cold-hearted in many ways. It made him lack empathy for people, even though he was able to get the nurturing from his grandmother. That situation with him losing his mother at a young age like that, and then him getting shot 9 times, has made him to be a very cruel and cold individual and a person who lacks empathy and is very sociopathic. 50 is a sociopath. He's very sociopathic. He does not have any concern with how anybody would feel about anything. If he's upset, he wants to watch the world burn, and he doesn't mind you burning with it. And that's not a good trait to have. Even when you're a great businessman, even when you're a great creative, even when you are ambitious, even when you you know, you're relentless and diligent in your professional life, in your personal life, that's not a good trait to have, because at some point when you might have a down moment, when things are not going the way you want it to go, when, you know, you might be down on your luck, people are going to be reluctant to help you based upon how you treated them you know, in certain moments. And it's just very, very distasteful. You know, and I spoke about him and Marquise, his son's relationship earlier, and how when Van Lathan asked him, y'all know Van Lathan that used to work for TMZ, the only black dude that was at TMZ at one point, maybe him and the dude with the dreads in his hair. When Van was interviewing 50, and he said, 50, do you love your son? And 50 said, I used to. That let me know everything I need to know. I can never not love something that come from me. That's a part of me. I could never not love my child. I don't get that, but 50 is a different individual. And he's showing it with these text messages. This is corny, this is foul. And the way he's belittling Lil Meech, like for real, like I don't even see this ever being repaired. And again, him insinuating that Big Meech is a snitch. And I'm like, 50, how did that make you look? If you knew all this time and you were welcoming him home with open arms when he got out of jail, you was cool with him being a snitch, allegedly, until y'all got into it. So that don't even sound right. You know, and again, I also said this. Once you call a man a snitch, ain't no going back on that. A lot of times it's not. Majority of the time. There's no going back from that, coming back from that. And yeah, 50 he's willing to let this show dissolve in order to prove a point. And, you know, it's very unfortunate. And I feel for Lil Meech in this situation because he really was coming to fifth as a man and as a little brother, just trying to like smooth the situation over and get some understanding. And 50 basically was like, world, look how this young boy need me. Look how this young boy crawling back to me. Look how I got this young boy on this text message thread trying to smooth things over while I'm humiliating his father. You know, it's just, man, and I can imagine Big Meech calling Lil Meech like, look, man, let that go. We'll get to it another time, man. Don't never let no man disrespect you like that, yada, 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 so on and so forth. I can imagine what he's feeling internally after feeling like, yo, I thought me and Fifth was good, and look how this happening, man. And I know y'all gonna bring up, man, 50 paid for him to have acting classes, and 50 put him up in a condo. But that was for a mutual business agreement. So Lil Meech can be on the show and give authenticity to BMF, a new series. And for, again, 50 was profiting off of sending him to acting class and all of that. For the show to blossom and gain the millions of viewers that it gets. It wasn't like 50 was just doing that off the strength just because like he wasn't going to have Lil Meech in his show and you know, help for the authenticity of everything. No. He didn't do that just off the cuff. He did it because like, yo, I want you in this show that I'm making and I'm going to be getting money from. And yes, it's mutually beneficial for both of them because Lil Meech is getting paid, but 50 getting paid too. So it ain't like he just did it off the muscle. But yeah, man, it's very sad, man. I hope Lil Meech be all right after this. For real. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out, y'all. Peace.